Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Chainsaw Reacts podcast, episode number 37. And today, guys, we are covering two topics, and those topics in order are: number one, the new Batman v Superman official trailer; number two, breakdown. I'm going to break down some of the big moments from the trailer, give my personal opinions about it, and all that kind of stuff. So when you see a screen grab, a particular image on screen from that trailer, I'm talking about that particular part of the trailer. I'm going to go in order from start to finish on the trailer. So if you want to skip right all the way to Doomsday, skip on right ahead and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to start from the beginning of the trailer, some of the moments I really like, all the way to the end and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a type of breakdown. Not everything's going to be broken down, but only the big moments I want to talk about. And the second topic we're going to be talking about relates to the Batman v Superman trailer is, did they show too much? Give my personal opinion and all that kind of stuff. So there's that if you want to hear my personal thoughts about, did they reveal too much in the trailer? Anyways, let's start off with the first topic. Obviously, the big thing, guys, is the Batman v Superman official trailer number 2 breakdown. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously on screen here, is Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent meeting face to face, what we assume is technically the first time. We're not really sure, because the way the scene plays out, it kind of feels, at least on Bruce Wayne's aspect, a little bit on Clark Kent's side too, that they kind of know who each other is, but they're playing it safe because obviously they're in a huge room full of people, so they can't really go toe to toe. But maybe they kind of have an indication of who each other is, but maybe not. I'm not really sure. But the way it plays out, it feels like maybe Bruce Wayne knows Clark Kent is Superman, and it kind of feels like Clark Kent knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. But we won't know until the actual film, but it's kind of interesting that this scene was put in there. It really built the tension between not Batman and Superman, but Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. And it was very interesting to hear both their sides, where Clark Kent is asking, point directly to Bruce Wayne, what do you think of the Bat Vigilante in Gotham? And then he gives that smirk you're seeing on screen, which I thought was perfect. It's that great smirk that he gives, and there was actually a really good picture of side-by-side comparison of that smirk with the animated Batman series, that little smirk that Bruce Wayne does in the animated series back in the 90s. Great side-by-side, and honestly, Ben Affleck looks amazing as Bruce Wayne, and also Batman, but anyways. So, this particular scene, I like the dialogue back and forth, because Bruce Wayne is countering the whole thing that, you're saying that Batman's above the law and all this kind of stuff. Well, over in Metropolis, you're thinking that Superman is above the law and all this kind of stuff, except that Superman's an alien, and he could burn the whole place down, which he can, because look what happened in Man of Steel. A lot of shit went down. The whole city didn't burn, but you get my point. A lot of destruction, a lot of dead bodies. So the counter argument there is that, look, Batman's a vigilante. He doesn't have superpowers. He's not a god or an alien. He's just a guy in a suit, and it happens to be me who you're talking to. But I really enjoyed this scene. I like the tension, and then obviously the tension breaks, obviously, because freaking Lex Luthor. There you have it. Now, when he popped in, the tension immediately subsided, and it went to kind of a comedic effort. Now, a lot of people online have been talking that Jesse Eisenberg is not playing Lex Luthor, he's playing Lex Luthor Jr., basically Lex Luthor's son. And I kind of see that, but also it could be that he is Lex Luthor. It's just in the form of his public persona, he is this quirky person we saw in the trailer. But when it's behind the scenes, privately, he's a more calculated, and he's very, menacing in a sense. So it could be that double standard, kind of like what Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, where they're playing normal human beings. Clark Kent is the reporter, Bruce Wayne's the billionaire who just goes to functions and all this kind of stuff, like in the trailer. And Jesse Eisenberg, his Lex Luthor, if he's playing Lex Luthor, not the son of Lex Luthor, but if he's playing Lex Luthor, his public persona is the quirkiness. But behind closed doors, his outfit, his suit, essentially, instead of having a suit like Batman or Superman's suit, it is his actual persona, which is calculated, evil, menacing, and all that kind of stuff. Now, if he's playing Lex Luthor's son, there could be a huge development of where he is like this, and then he just turns into what we expect him to be, kind of like his father, if he's playing the son of Lex Luthor. So I kind of like both theories, but at the same time, I'm sticking with he is Lex Luthor, and that when he loses his hair in this film, because he will eventually lose his hair, we've seen a photo of him bald, so he will lose the hair. Maybe that's the turning point for him, but who knows? But I do like the fact that, that's what they're kind of sticking with there, is that quirkiness. And some people liked it, some people didn't. I understand that completely. Next up, we're going to skip on ahead to the red eyes from Superman. Now, this was very, very intimidating when I first saw this. It was very fast, and I'm like, that's creepy and eerie. And then people brought up a very interesting theory, which I don't know if they'll do this because what they revealed in the trailer and what they've shown off, essentially, I'm pretty sure this is not the case. But the shot here you're seeing is the red eye Superman, which obviously is shooting the lasers out of his eyes, obviously. But some people have theorized, what if this is Bizarro or Evil Superman or some kind of variation of that character? And that'd be very interesting if they pulled that off. But I would rather them not do that until a Man of Steel sequel or a Justice League 2 or 3, something a little bit off. Not right away. I feel like that's something they could bring on realistically for a Man of Steel sequel, in a sense. But I think this is a very cool shot because obviously he is pissed in this shot. He's about to shoot his lasers, obviously. So he's pissed off. And I like seeing angry Superman in a sense. Not saying that the calm and sometimes, serious Superman is not cool, but seeing him angry, because he's obviously getting mad at Batman. Like, obviously, you see in the trailers one shot a little bit later, which we won't really cover because it goes probably pretty fast, saying, if I wanted it, you'd be dead already. That anger is coming out of him, and he's getting just so mad at the fact that he can't convince Bruce Wayne Batman that he is a good guy. It's going to be a little bit difficult getting through Bruce Wayne because how Bruce Wayne is. He doesn't trust anybody, and it makes a lot of sense because Bruce Wayne is not supposed to trust anybody. Even in the Justice League animated series and the Justice League Unlimited animated series, the continuation, Batman, he just doesn't trust anybody. He is the one that is just so far out. He's part of the group, but he just doesn't really care a lot. He's just that type of person. So it's supposed to get to Superman. I think that showing the humanization of the anger with Superman, I think, is the best way to handle this, because if you just a Superman just dealing with the fact that Batman wants to defeat him and beat him and all this kind of stuff is not really effective, because he's not showing emotion. He's just like, okay, I'm dealing. He has to show the anger. He has to show that I hate this. I want to prove to Batman, I want to prove to this individual who's trying to destroy me, essentially, with everything that he possibly can, with money and the kryptonite and all this kind of stuff we're assuming he's going to be using in order to defeat Superman, and using the Batwing and all this kind of stuff. I want to prove that I'm a good guy, just like you are, Batman. We're both vigilantes in a sense. We're trying to stop crime. We're trying to make Earth a better place. So to see that anger, like I said, is very, very good, and I really enjoyed it in the trailer. Now, this next shot, a lot of people have been talking about this and speculating on what the hell's going on here. We see winged creatures in the scene where Batman's kind of in the nightmare. It's called the nightmare outfit, essentially. And you see where a bunch of bodies are on the ground, the Superman soldiers, essentially, and there's one, or I think there's two. There's one behind him and another one grabbing onto him. And you see these flying creatures. People are saying these are parademons, which are obviously Darkseid's minions, essentially, which is kind of like the Chitauri from Avengers, of Loki's, his minions and all that kind of stuff. So I know Marvel DC comparison's a blasphemy, but I like both. Anyways, parademons. So this kind of pushes my theory. And a lot of people have this theory. I'm not saying I'm the only one who thought this up. My personal theory is that this entire scene you're seeing here, this shot here, and the scene where we got the little tease of him tied up and he's wearing the nightmare outfit, and Superman drops down with the soldiers and he pulls off the mask and he's angry and all this kind of stuff. I personally believe that is a nightmare sequence, a dream, a nightmare, if you will, where it's not real. And I have a theory, these parademons are part of the nightmare, that if Superman's an overlord, essentially, or he's, ruler of the world in this nightmare, if it's an actual thing that's happening in Bruce Wayne's mind, not really happening in the film, then that would mean that maybe he sides with Darkseid. Because if the parademons that we're seeing here exist, then that means Darkseid's in the universe. Obviously, Darkseid's in the universe. He's in the world, not in Earth, but he's in the universe somewhere. So maybe that Apocalypse sends over these parademons, and there you have it. So, to me, it really pushes the theory more. This is not really happening. This is not really. If the parademons are real, then that kind of hints at Darkseid's in the movie too. Which to me, that's just wow. Okay, you already gave one huge reveal in the trailer, which people love or hate. Throw in another one. I'm not really sure that's the best move, but hey, I'm not DC. But I do like the shot. It kind of went like it went really fast, and a lot of people who watched the trailer, a lot of reactors who watched the trailer, didn't really notice it. That like they just kind of like glazed over it. When they didn't say anything about it. Like what the like? Well, a couple people went, "What the hell was those? What was that? What?" And so it was kind of interesting to hear, that here to see that they're throwing this in there, and I'm thinking that honestly, this is a nightmare sequence essentially. But who knows? We'll find out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about for the breakdown is obviously the revelation of Zod's face once again. Okay, so we've seen this before, the Zod, all that. We've seen the Zod face being uncovered from the Ziploc bag. We're not really sure what's happening. We obviously know now what's happening, but to kind of show this whole sequence go down is just kind of, creepy because like when I was first watching the trailer, I had no idea what was happening. And when they show the reveal of Zod again, I'm thinking, oh, okay, what's happening here exactly? So then the next shot here, which is here, Lex Luthor with armed guards next to him, and he's doing the whole hand motion, come this way, I am Lex Luthor, I am Victor Frankenstein, essentially. And Lex Luthor just like, just, to me, that confirms Lex Luthor has it. Now, I think there was an image that went up that had it said head on it, essentially where Lex Luthor's head, and that's all he has. I'm not really sure if that's the case. He probably has all the body parts from Zod, but I'm not really sure. But obviously we're building up to what the actual reveal is here. But seeing that, that Lex Luthor has the head of Zod and possibly the rest of Zod's body, it is confirmed officially because it's been rumored for a long time that Lex Luthor has the body. The next shot we have here is this kind of pod thing that is electrocuting, and I was like, what the hell is this from? And a lot of people have talked about that this is a pod, one of the empty pods, or a pod from the spaceship that's on Earth that was visited in Man of Steel by Superman. And this is one of the pods that was stolen, and that's basically what Zod's body is in, essentially, in order to create Doomsday. Now, before I get into this major thing here, I do want to say this real quick, that this is not a big reveal. This was really hinted at for a long time. This was rumored, and now we have it. It's official. Doomsday, or what we assume is Doomsday, is in the movie. Now, first of all, let me get to the look. I like the look. It's a little different than I was expecting if he was in the movie to begin with. There are spikes and some type of rocks coming out of the creature. Now, a lot of people have been comparing it to Abomination from the Incredible Hulk in 2008, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that kind of stuff. The Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man, the first Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. A lot of comparisons. For me personally, I do like the look. It's not the look of the actual Doomsday. And it brings me to a theory I saw where a lot of people are speculating this is not Doomsday. This is another character. I believe the character they said was Wraith or Wrath. I think it was Wraith. Something like that. Where it's a creature essentially that shoots ray powers, like rays or whatever, like blast out of his eyes and mouth, kind of like the creature we see here. Now, if this is Doomsday, that means that Doomsday is probably not going to die in this movie, or he gets defeated but he's not dead, or he does die and comes back more powerful. If this is not Doomsday, what is this creature called exactly? I know everyone's speculating, and I even said in my reaction, it's Doomsday. But what if it's not Doomsday? You know what I mean? Like, what if this creature, they just call it Zod 2.0, or they just say it's Zod, essentially, because it may be the creature does talk. Maybe the creature talks, and it's Zod's voice kind of, changed up a little bit darker, and it's creaturey, and like that. And so it's got a different vibe, but you can tell it's Zod. You know what I mean? So I believe Michael Shannon, who played Zod in Man of Steel, he's obviously back in the film because he showed that his head in a body bag, and it's implied that he is playing the creature because there's a cut on the side of the face of the creature, and that cut resembles a cut that Zod got in Man of Steel. So everyone's saying this is officially Zod, and it was implied in the trailer, but it's officially Zod. Some people were thinking that maybe they just used Zod's DNA to create the creature. They didn't use Zod's body for it, but it looks like they did. So for me, if they call it Doomsday, I'm personally okay with it. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh my god, I can't believe they did Doomsday. For me, it makes a lot of sense in the fact that this movie and the way it's implied, with everything. I'll get to that in the second topic or whatever, the actual, what I think about if the trailer revealed too much. But anyways, I like the look of Zod. I like Zod, Doomsday essentially, or whatever this creature is. And I think it's going to have a great impact in the film. It's probably not going to have a humongous impact overall in the entirety. It's not going to be in the entirety of the movie. Everyone's saying it's probably going to be in the last 20 minutes, the last act of the film. And if that is true, then I'm okay with it because at least we get a lot of time with Batman development, Batman v Superman, and then the Dawn of Justice subtitle comes into play with this creature. So there is that. There we have it, guys. Wonder Woman with the shield. Holy crap. I love the shield. It's kind of generic, but they might update it a little bit before the actual film releases, so they might make it look a little bit different. But with it's a simple shield, but it's awesome. She looks great in this particular shot here. Her face, just shows like I'm gonna mess you up, Zod, aka Doomsday, aka whatever the creature you are. So there's that. But I do like that she saved Superman and Batman essentially from the blast. Well, it's implied she saves both of them, but who knows? They might have threw us for a loop, and that whole Batman sequence where he sees Doomsday or whatever the creature is, because it could be either or. You just never know, guys. They could throw us for a loop that is not Doomsday, but everyone's implying it is. Anyways, back to the point. Maybe Wonder Woman does not save Batman. She only saves Superman because the shot we see Superman's sliding back, covering his face, covering his body kind of, and she has the shield covering her. But maybe Batman gets saved by something else. The Flash, who knows? But I like that. Next shot we have is Superman and Batman having a little bit of dialogue. Is she with you? Is she with you? I thought she was with you, implying that maybe both of them really don't know that that's Wonder Woman, and that because it shows that where Bruce Wayne knows Wonder Woman, but actually maybe he doesn't know that she's actually Wonder Woman. But I thought I read something somewhere where Bruce Wayne and Gal Gadot, I forget Wonder Woman's actual name, Diane, something like that. I forget the last name, but they both know who each other are when they're not in public. Like she knows, oh, you're Batman, and he knows, oh, you're Wonder Woman. But it's kind of implied here that they both of them don't know that she's Wonder Woman, or they both don't know who she is at all. They don't know her publicly or personally with the costume. So I don't know, but the scene kind of felt weird in the trailer, but maybe it's gonna feel good in context of the actual film, like when they're both looking at each other like, who the hell is this chick? Because she comes out of nowhere. But regardless, it's kind of cool to see that they're both talking back and forth kind of in this moment. But I'll get to my second topic of why I think this is okay. But anyways, it was kind of a weird to see this little moment. She with you? I thought she was with you. But I think it will work a lot better in the context of the film. The final shot. Holy crap. The Trinity. I literally have been watching reactions to the trailer for people, whoever, all over the place, just to see their reactions to the Doomsday / maybe not Doomsday reveal, whatever the creature is, and the final shot with the Trinity. Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. And I like the fact they chose Wonder Woman to be in the center of this Trinity shot. It's fantastic. Batman has a gun. I'm assuming it's some type of pulse gun. I don't think it's an actual gun with bullets. I believe it has something to do with maybe he was using it to stop Superman, because obviously, he's not in the metal suit anymore. And I'm assuming it's supposed to stop, Kryptonians, but maybe he's going to use it now on the creature now, essentially. But the shot looks fantastic. I just love this look. I love the fact that, like I was saying before, and I'll say it again, she's in the middle. I like the fact that Wonder Woman is in the middle of the shot, because usually it's Superman's in the middle and Batman and Wonder Woman on either side, and Superman's in the middle. I like the fact that they made her in the middle, the center of attention in the shot, and when it closes up, she's up in the forefront essentially a little bit than they are. So it's just really awesome to see the Trinity and the Dawn of Justice subtitle work in this fact, because the Trinity. What a better way to kind of jumpstart the Justice League than with the Trinity of the DC Universe. Having these three characters on screen on this 5 second, 6 second, 4 second shot closing in slowly is beautiful, guys. It is a moment everyone's been waiting for forever who's a DC fan of the Trinity, a fan of individual character, all the DC characters, anything. This is a shot we've all been waiting for, and it's finally there for a couple seconds, and we're going to be seeing more of it in the actual film itself. So there's the breakdown, guys. I really love this trailer, and we're going to segue into, obviously, the second topic, because it does relate to this and all this kind of stuff. I was trying to, word around, my thoughts about the reveal and all this kind of stuff until the second topic. So let me take a sip of the drink, guys, and we'll get to the second topic about, do I think they revealed too much in the trailer, in the new Batman v Superman trailer I just broke down. So anyways. Okay. The second topic, guys, obviously. Do I think they revealed too much in the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice official trailer number 2? Do I feel like they revealed too much? Now, just talking, not specifics, just in generalization of the trailer. Do I think they revealed too much in this trailer? No, I do not. I do not think they revealed too much. Now, here's why. My biggest reason why I think they did not reveal too much. Because the synopsis told us what's going to be happening essentially in this film. Okay? The synopsis talked about where Batman and Superman are going to come to fight each other, and a new threat is rising. A new threat is, basically coming forth. Let me look this up, actually. Let me look up the synopsis, because I do remember we're basically, that it was saying specifically that something was going to be happening, that they have to join forces, essentially. Let me see this thing tells me here what the synopsis is, if it will load. Okay, Gotham City-based vigilante Batman travels to Metropolis to combat Superman, fearing what would happen if the latter is kept unchecked, while another threat endangers humankind. So it's it's on Wikipedia, but basically it said what I just said there. The synopsis was longer, but they kind of condensed it down a bit. Batman travels to Metropolis to fight Superman. Okay, we knew that. Fearing what would happen if the latter is kept unchecked, which basically means Batman wants to stop Superman because Superman could destroy the world if unchecked, if he's not stopped. While another threat endangers human mankind. From what I was reading and what they talked about and what was all over the world, or all the internet about the synopsis, is that a new threat is rising, essentially, where a new threat is coming to fruition. Now, you can imply that's Lex Luthor, okay? Sure, whatever. But realistically, Lex Luthor can't threaten mankind. He can't destroy the world without something. Yeah, he could get in his big robotic suit and all this kind of stuff, but he's not going to be able to destroy the world. What better way to destroy the world than create a creature, if it's Doomsday or not, to destroy the world? So, a lot of comments have been going out on the trailer, reactions, people talking about the trailer, discussing it, all this kind of stuff, saying they just showed us what the synopsis said. The synopsis said there are fights between Batman and Superman. They come together, they join forces, essentially because there is a new threat that happens. You can't expect a new threat to rise and them not team up, And obviously Wonder Woman was going to be in it because we've seen her in her suit in the Comic-Con trailer. She's obviously here in the new trailer, and obviously she saved Superman and maybe Batman or whatever. And they're going to be fighting, the Trinity is going to be fighting Doomsday or whatever this creature is. So, no, the trailer did not reveal that much, It's been rumored for over a year that that Doomsday, or whatever this creature is, has been rumored for over a year to be in the film. So when DC confirmed it in this trailer, it didn't shock me in the sense of, I did not expect this. It's like, holy crap, it was confirmed. Because when the synopsis came out, going back to that, when they said a new threat is rising, I'm thinking, oh shit, they're doing Doomsday, or they're doing something that's going to cause them to team up at the end, because the film was called Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. If the film was called just Batman v Superman, there's no subtitle, just Batman v Superman, then the Doomsday or the creature reveal would be like, wait a minute, this is about Batman v Superman. The subtitle says Dawn of Justice. I personally think 2/3 or 3/4 of this film is Batman v Superman. The rest of the film, 1/3 or 1/4 of the rest of the film that is not Batman v Superman, is the Dawn of Justice segment. So, realistically, this film is going to be kind of a big chunk of the film is the two gods of DC fighting, and the rest of, the rest of the film that's not going to be as big of a plot is going to be where they have to come together and understand that coming together is probably a good thing, aka next year, 2017, after this film comes out, Justice League. So, no, I don't think this film revealed too much. They didn't give away everything, guys. I honestly believe there is a lot more we don't know about this film. There's a lot more surprises coming. There's a lot of reveals coming. I honestly don't think DC and Zack Snyder signed a permission to allow this trailer to go out if they didn't think that there was, if they honestly felt this was, if they felt this was spoiling the movie, they would have recut this trailer and cut the entire Doomsday creature part out, okay? Because I don't honestly see DC doing that. I just don't. I don't see DC pulling that move. I don't see them trying to spoil the movie in order to get you in the seats. I just can't see it, guys. I just can't. You know, I don't know if Zack Snyder has rights to sign off on trailers, but I don't think Kevin Tsujihara, aka the head of DC Films or the head of Warner Brothers, would sign the trailer off as, okay, yeah, we're gonna show this trailer, if they didn't have other things planned for the film. I just can't see it, honestly. I really just can't, because, you know, it just doesn't feel like that's the big reveal. The synopsis clearly stated there's a big threat, so I just don't see how that's the big reveal, guys. There's got to be a ton more we have no idea about. I literally saw a comment that had like 20 or 30 plus questions that are not answered in any of the trailers. That, like, well, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. So there's that. What was I gonna say? I had this thought in my mind, and I kept saying, well, I'll get to that in a second. I'm trying to think, what was it essentially? Well, okay, so the Doomsday aspect, okay. So just because this creature, or if it's Doomsday, is in the movie, does not mean that the creature will die. You know what I mean? Just because this creature's in the film doesn't mean it's going to die. It can be defeated. It could die. It could come back. Who knows? We don't know the thing about this creature. We just assume it's Doomsday, so they ruined it. There's a lot more stuff we don't know about this creature. It's created from Zod. Okay. But if it dies, will it come back? Well, the trailer doesn't say. Is the monster going to be defeated at the end of the film and then come back in Justice League Part 1 stronger? Or is it going to be in a Man of Steel sequel? And it's going to look more like not Darkseid, Doomsday in the film. Oh, I don't know. The trailer didn't show that. So there you have it. There's a lot of things we don't know. A lot of things we don't know about this movie based off this trailer. Oh, I remember now. Okay. My main point, and then we'll end the podcast here. So, Doomsday, revealed here, is not a humongous reveal. It's just not, okay? And here's the thing why I think they revealed Doomsday. Here's why I think they did at this point. So, like I was saying before, Doomsday has been rumored for over a year, okay? And they revealed it in the trailer. Oh my gosh, shock, 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 shock. You know what I mean? So, here's the thing. If DC decided to cover up and hide Doomsday from the trailer, okay, they didn't have him in the trailer, any of the upcoming TV spots and extended TV spots and all that kind of stuff, they kept him hidden. The possibility of Doomsday being leaked by a TV spot that they didn't create, or any of that kind of stuff, or someone gets a photo from something and he posts it or whatever, and they show Doomsday in the movie, it's going to piss off so many people because somebody leaked it, and it's going to cause a lot of issues, okay? And so the reason why I personally believe they signed off for Doomsday to be revealed is, number one, they're getting behind the fact that Doomsday's in the movie and just push it out. Just push it out, Doomsday in the movie, there you go. Because I feel like there's more stuff to be revealed, like I was saying, so revealing Doomsday is not really a big deal. You know, just confirming it, because honestly, if they didn't, someone's going to leak it. Someone's going to get it out there. Even if it's 2 or 3 weeks before the movie, boom, Doomsday's revealed, and they leak it online, and everyone's going to run with the story. Doomsday's in the movie, everything, and DC gets pissed off and loses their mind. We saw what happened when the Suicide Squad trailer from Comic-Con leaked. They released the official trailer online, and they were not happy with it, but you know what I mean? So if they reveal something in the actual film, not a trailer, but a film, that they were trying to keep hush-hush, oh, they're going to get pissed. My perfect example of why I think DC did this is, it's not really a humongous deal compared to the example, but you should be able to understand my point. So in Ant-Man, all the trailers, all the casting, the filming, and all that kind of stuff, there was no mention of Falcon being in the Ant-Man movie. Until TV spot 34, 35, 36, 37, one of the many TV spots, there was one TV spot that came out with one quick shot of Falcon in it. And after that, it completely ruined that Falcon, an Avenger, a new Avenger, is in the movie. So after that, Marvel said, okay, screw it. Falcon's been leaked. He was in a TV spot, because I don't think the studio really has a 100% control over the TV spots that are made. They probably do, but it must have slipped through. I have no idea. But it happened, and Marvel got behind it and said, yep, Falcon's in the movie before it released. Falcon's in the movie. So I don't think DC would do that. I don't think DC would get behind if someone leaked Doomsday about a month or so, or even a couple weeks before the movie comes out. I don't think DC would get behind it and like, oh yeah, Doomsday's in the movie because someone leaked it. Someone put a TV spot out with Doomsday in it. Hey, he's in the movie. Nope, I don't see it coming. I don't see that happening. DC is completely different on that kind of stuff. They are very protective of their stuff. So no, I do not see that. So them getting behind Doomsday's in the movie is not that big of a deal to me personally, because they felt like, if we don't get behind this thing and just show Doomsday and he's in the movie and he's going to be the big bad of the later of the film after everything goes down, then basically they're setting themselves up for it to be leaked online and be a lot worse backlash. So there you have it, guys. That is my personal thoughts about it. I don't think they revealed too much. There's a lot more stuff we don't know about. There's a lot of characters, a lot of people who've been cast in this film we don't know anything about that's going to be happening in the movie. So let's not freak out and go, oh my god, this movie's going to suck. Just because they reveal the big bad doesn't mean nothing. It just means that this is the villain you're going to be facing. In Captain America Civil War, both teams are fighting, and there's still two villains are in the movie, Crossbones and Baron Zemo. So come on, guys. There are villains in that movie, and it's supposed to be about Captain America versus Iron Man. But no, there's other people in the movie that are actually villains. So what's the point, people? Why are we freaking out over the Doomsday reveal in Batman v Superman when Captain America Civil War is the exact same thing on Marvel's side, and they have two villains and no one's bitching about that? There you have it. Maybe, because that they were on a team before, now they're not, but they're going to come back together for Avengers Infinity War? Come on. I guarantee Captain America Civil War, Iron Man and Captain America are going to team up at the end to fight Baron Zemo and all this kind of stuff. I bet. Who knows? Anyways, guys, that is my conclusion to the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about these two particular topics. Check out past podcasts if you haven't seen them already. Thank you guys for watching the podcast, listening to the podcast, really. Okay, I'm done. Peace.